Aloha, this is Santa Surfing. Welcome to Beach Broadcast. Today is Monday, June 9th, 2025. I tried to record late last night because so much was going on. And then it was so weird. I mean, literally, I turned on my microphone, ready to go ahead and record. It was about 11:30 last night. And then this alert came out. Now, many of you know that I am right now on the mainland. So this is the warning I got. Tornado warning. Look at this. Take cover now. Okay, I've never been through a tornado before, so I was kind of freaking out. But anyway, I want to thank you all for your prayers and your beautiful messages. I only was able to post on X over the weekend because there's so much happening. So it kind of ties in with the storm that's upon them coming up. Our show is sponsored by GOLDCO. GOLDCO is a paid sponsor, and they provide a precious metals IRA. Some people think about, oh, I want to give it a try, just a little bit. They put a little bit in, and then all of a sudden they contact GOLDCO again, and then they put the remaining of their precious, either their 401k or their retirement funds into GOLDCO. So you can contact GOLDCO. They'll take care of the entire transaction seamlessly, but we have seen the increase in gold as well as in silver over the last 2-3 years. That's when we started talking about GOLDCO. So you can imagine if you had started working with GOLDCO back in August of 2022, that's when I started working with them. Imagine how your retirement portfolio looks today. It's got to be very, 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 very happy. So contact GOLDCO by clicking on the sponsor link below or going to santasurfinglikesgold.com. And it ties in with what Laura Ingraham posted and shared last week on June 5th, when she said that these protesters, they went to the wrong raid. These are anti-ICE protesters. They went to the wrong raid. The raid was actually a money laundering and drug bust, and they went to the wrong one, but it was kind of giving us an idea of what is to come. So this weekend, it absolutely exploded. President Trump and Elon Musk, they're having their kumbaya moment. It's going to take a little time, but everyone was so focused on that, and the media was having a frenzy over it. But this is what President Trump, through his El Dorado account, posted. Elon, all swamp politicians are self-serving, treasonous pieces of blank. Every single one of them. And then really sorry you had to witness it up close and personal. Broke my heart for the first time I realized how bad it was. Now let's move on to making America great again. So it's going to tie into the events that unfolded right after this post. So think about all the events that have been brewing over the last, many years, but more recently since President Trump has taken back or has been back at the White House. We have the Democrats that are screaming to release the Epstein files. By the way, this is a meme. Alina Habba, she had mentioned that there will be arrests. Those that not held accountable will be when those Epstein files releases. We talked about last Friday about how big, how massive the Epstein files are. It's not just individuals that did horrible things. It's also the entities that were involved in it. This local news reporter mentioned that there are past presidents former presidents on the list. And then this news broke just after I did my podcast last Friday about Kash Patel says FBI found phones and devices that rat Fauci used during COVID outbreak and is looking at the hard drives. So now we know. Remember, Fauci, he lost his security detail earlier this year, so he's literally a sitting duck. And President Trump, through El Dorado, he's sending out a big message to all of those that stayed loyal. He didn't say to him. He says, I saw how you stayed loyal, love you. And he posted this pointing at those that stayed loyal. Thank you for all of you that did. Oh, I got some doozies to cover. So God willing, I'll be able to get these both published on YouTube, Rumble, OogTube, and X. But we have a contest going on. I'm kind of getting a little squirrel right now, but we have a little secret word contest, and we're doing it on YouTube for this month. And the secret word contest works this way every Monday up until the 23rd of June. We are giving out a secret word. We're not putting it in word. We're not typing it. We're just saying it. And then on the following Wednesday, we drop a form, and the first 5 people that provide the right word and the information needed, then we will be sending you a gift. So we're sending out Trump birthday cards and it's a gold-plated commemorative note. The secret word for today is will. The secret word is will, W-I-L-L. Okay, have fun. Good luck, everybody. Enjoy this podcast. And our show is sponsored by Meta 247. They provide ivermectin. Ivermectin they have their own webpage as well. Answers many, many questions that you may have. Depends on what kind of representative you get. So that's why we wanted to have. They are answering all of the questions that most are commonly asked. But contact them for between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Time at 888-749-0261. That's 888-749-0261. Or go to meta247now.com. Now I'm going to tie in just briefly, just with Elon Musk being at the White House when it was his quote unquote last day at the White House. There were a lot of people commenting about his black eye. Now his black eye is on the right side, not on the left side. All the dirty, bad people, they have that black eye club, the red shoe club. And if you want to know more about it, you can go ahead and do a search. It's just a really sick, really horrid crimes against humanity club. His is on the right eye. And so it tied into this, and I want to really thank this account right here, UFC 275, for bringing it to my attention. This is a Q post. I'm not looking at the date. I'm just going to go ahead and read this to you. It is an anon that asks, should we be prepping for some kind of shutdown? No. Reports of power grid attacks, 6-month prep should be disregarded. While attacks do occur, we are safeguarded by a black eye. All right, now it's making sense that because Elon Musk a week and a half ago went to the Oval Office and then they had their little feud, and now here we are, fast forward to the 9th of June, and what they're saying here is who had the black eye? Again, President Trump created Space Force. Elon Musk created SpaceX. Together, they marry itself beautifully in terms of protecting us. Again, many events are brewing that's leading to what we're seeing on television right now, or on different podcasters are sharing about the riots. Elon Musk, Doge, I should say, the Supreme Court has allowed Doge team to access the Social Security data systems. They had access before, then it got blocked by some stupid judge, and then now it's opened again. So now the Supreme Court says, they can go ahead and access it. And then Stephen Miller posted this on June 6th, an insurrection against the laws and sovereignty of the United States. It's Brian Allen posted a video of the riots that just started to happen. And these are protesters, anti-ICE protesters circling the ICE detention center in Los Angeles. And this is what happened. Now, remember, on my podcast one of my podcasts last week, I showed kind of a summation. I'm going to go ahead and kind of what led to all of this anger that's going on. ICE has been going out there. What happened is there are certain illegals that are going in for their court asylum hearings, and the judge is dismissing the case. As soon as they walk out of the courthouse, they're getting arrested by ICE. Individuals that are going shopping are walking, they're walking somewhere, they're out in the streets, that are illegals. Again, illegal equals criminal. Illegal aliens, they're going out there and they're getting arrested by ICE. Let me go ahead and show you a clip of these events. Check this out.
I'm on the trip. Por favor, me está pidiendo mucho. No, my son, please. Por la cresta, mi hija.
Officer, this is her daughter.
Like, come on, man. That's a damn shame what y'all doing. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, but it's a damn shame. Yo, my man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry Trump's an asshole. I'm sorry they voted for this fucking asshole.
Just so you know, he has a case reset for 30 days from now.
That's
Okay. But he has to be here in 30
okay.
days.
Okay, well, you just got it down here, please.
Ella dicen que vaya con ella.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, just so you guys know, like they have 30 days. They have to get back into the court. 30 days.
Now I'm going to show you a bunch of videos collectively put together that shows what these anti-ICE protesters are doing, and it's horror. They are assaulting law enforcement officers. They're assaulting the National Guard, and they're assaulting the ICE enforcement officers. But they are literally throwing stones and bricks at these officers. This is an assault. Well, I'll get to that in a moment. Okay, check this out. It's a series, so it's about 12 minutes long. Check this out.
I'm Giovanna Lotta. You're taking a live look at one of the protests underway in Los Angeles just a few hours after the mass immigration raids. Chris Christie is live in Air 7 with the latest. Chris.
That's right, Giovanna. It's a major protest going on about 2 hours now. Close to 1,000 people now wrapping around the detention facility between Alameda and Los Angeles Street. They started on the front steps of the federal building at 300 Los Angeles, now marching down Aliso. In the lead there is that cattle truck leading the pack as they make the turn onto Alameda Street. The strategy here is to basically encircle the detention facility, which is that building right there, where we understand there are actually some people inside of the building.
I'm Giovanna Lotta.
Oh, they throw a Molotov cocktail. Yeah, it's on this side.
Oh, but they still?
They missed. They tried to throw a Molotov and they missed. They came up short.
Watch out, nigga. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Oh, you sucked her in the face. Hey, throw a trash can at her. Y'all niggas sneaky. Bro, need to give up. That's so sneaky. They're coming out. Watch out. Fuck you!
you know, let's hope that no one is hurt and no one is injured and it doesn't escalate from here. Look at the flag. Yeah, Guy, I think
there it is.
You
Mexican flag can, you know.
This is criminal activity that I hope people are held accountable for. And I'm talking about the riots right here.
Where are the cops?
Yeah, where are they? You know, let's hope.
Go tell your mama how you proud of corralling people and taking them in. What crime did they make? What crime did they commit? Nothing. I'm sure you're proud, bitch. Oh, you motherfuckers are KKK. It's corrupt. Look at that. This is brand new, motherfuckers. So proud of standing so tall.
So these are federal law enforcement officers that are carrying this out. As we see one more person, oh, that person being dragged across the street for a moment there, being arrested.
But we want to remind folks that viewer discretion is advised.
Oh, yeah. So we're starting to see some of these people being detained by what appears to be federal law enforcement at this point. We believe that these are Border Patrol police that are on scene. So these are...
Gracias. Hurry, the gas is coming.
Hey, todo va a estar bien, papa. Hey. Oh my fucking God, bro. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, why the fuck are you talking to not?
Hey, look at that. Hey, he's choking him. Hey, look, hey, I'm not doing shit. Hey, I'm recording. Hey, it's all being recorded, pa. It's all being recorded. Dale. I'm not doing anything. I'm right here on the curb. What you gonna do? Nigga ain't put the fucking bags down. Niggas, you ain't gonna do shit.
The area of Alondra near where that Home Depot is, where all of this started this morning. So I'm under the impression right now that either this bus is for those agents, the Border Patrol, or it's to make arrests. Oh, looks like the bus is moving even though protesters are trying to stop it from moving. So we don't know if this is reinforcements, if this is to help with arrests, or to get those agents out of there. But this situation continues to just unravel here in Paramount right now. We're bringing you live pictures. This is Josh Haskell with ABC 7 Eyewitness News of protesters literally trying to stop this bus with their own hands. And the bus is slowly creeping up. And it does not appear that this bus is full of, I don't know who is on this bus. I don't know if anyone is on this bus, but they are kind of trying to creep forward. And I don't see how this situation resolves without the sheriff's department getting involved or local law enforcement. It really does feel as though if these are reinforcements or for arrests, they're going to have a difficult time getting.
Laser pointer, so that's a big concern for the deputies as well as it is for the airship overhead. You see the airship fly right through our picture there. If that laser is pointed up at the aircraft, it could blind the pilot.
The ambulance! Go, the ambulance! Open space! Open space! Open space! Go! Go! I'm right here. Down. Get up the road! Camera! Where's his camera? She has it. Hey, everybody get up there. Hey, bro. We got the ambulance!
Now, I know Anons and surfers will understand this post from Dan Scavino about getting President Trump going to the store, grabbing some popcorn. Why is that big for us? Because these are events that we have been waiting to happen. We knew that they would, the liberal loons would go crazy in their heads. And now they're starting to show that. President Trump, Tom Homan, Pete Hegseth, Kash Patel, they're all giving the rioters notice. Tom Homan, I can't unfortunately play this video because, the publishing company won't take it. But what he's saying is that if anybody's let me just go ahead and just go right up here. He says, he's talking about, hey, he has no problem with people that are peacefully protesting. That's their right. However, where you're putting the hands on officers or destroy property, you will be prosecuted. So he's making it very clear and he's giving them notice on this. Remember, President Trump at the State of the Union on March 4th, he said this about cop killers.
I've already signed an executive order requiring a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer. And tonight I'm asking Congress to pass that policy into permanent law.
Kash Patel says, hit a cop, you're going to jail. Doesn't matter where you came from, how you got here, or what movement speaks to you. If the local force won't back our men and women in on the thin blue line, we, FBI, will. U.S. Northern Command posted this, can confirm. They confirm that elements of the 79th Infantry Brigade combat team from the California National Guard have begun deploying to the Los Angeles area, with some already on the ground. Additional information will be provided as units are identified and deployed, and that was posted on yesterday, Sunday, June 8th. Forgiven 70X7 posted this, or also known as Danny Luke 2022, posted that this Maxine Waters, she's calling for all members of Congress and other officials to join the protest. Would that mean that these officials that joined the riots are going to face charges? And now listen to what she says in this interview. First of all, she gets blocked by, she can't get, one of the ICE officers wouldn't let her into the detention center. And then she gets interviewed by this podcaster. But listen to what she is hinting as she's sending out a call to action in this message. Listen to this.
Excuse me, I need to get in.
Contact our public appearance.
I need to get in.
Happening at this time of the year right now? Is there anything that you can correlate with the timeline that it's happening with right now alongside?
No, I think that the president has not been able to live up to the threat that he used during his campaign, where he was going to get millions of them out of here. And I think it's come to the point where he thinks he's got to show something. But also, his ridiculousness has taken over the armed services to celebrate his birthdays coming up. And people are saying, are you going to spend millions of dollars celebrating your birthday using the armed services to do it? And I think that adds to it. All of this is coming to the forefront now.
And Congresswoman, how should the city of LA and the state of California react to this? What's the smart play here?
All of the elected officials in this city should be on the street. The mayor should be on the street. The city council should be on the street. Everybody should be on the street. All of the state elected officials. All of us in Congress. We're supposed to be in Congress tomorrow, but I want you to know I'm trying to stop him from getting richer and richer on crypto. The more money he has, the more powerful he has, the more he will elect people. So we got a lot of work to do.
So bodies on the street, basically.
Bodies on the street. People on the street. Absolutely.
Ms. Waters, before we let you go, anything that you can say to anybody watching or the public that wants to come out here or just simply watching or wants to know anything that you want to tell them that they should do or shouldn't do?
Well, here's what I want to support. I want to support people having a voice. Peaceful protests are okay.
President Trump with Marco Rubio ready to board Air Force One says if officials stand in the way of our law and order, yeah, they will face charges. Listen to this.
California officials could face federal charges if they stand in the way of the deportation, something that Holman may have suggested.
If officials stand in the way of law and order, yeah, they will face charges. Thank you very much.
This is a completely different Trump administration. The first one, he was still setting up Space Force. The second one, he is coming out swinging and swinging hard, and the politicians aren't. They're freaking out. There's something else about what Gavin Newsom said. I'll share in a moment, but listen to what else President Trump shares with us.
Even if you're not planning to invoke that Insurrection Act, you still plan to send troops?
Well, we're going to have troops everywhere. We're not going to let this happen to our country. We're not going to let our country be torn apart like it was under Biden and his auto pen.
Even if you're not planning.
Short clip, 14 seconds with a lot of bombs. Reporters asking if he's not planning to invoke the Insurrection Act, do you still plan to send troops? President Trump, we're going to have troops everywhere. Again, how he says it, he doesn't put emphasis in it. He always does those big bomb drops comments under his breath. He also says that we're not going to let this happen to our country. We're not going to let our country be torn apart like this under the Biden and his auto pen. He is keeping the auto pen narrative out there front and center for all of us to remind ourselves to keep our eyes focused on that big crime. President Trump talks about how they attack, how these idiot rioters attack.
We're going to be watching it very closely. And when they spit at people, they spit. That's their new thing. They spit, and worse, you know what they throw at them, right? And when that happens, I have a little statement. They say, they spit, we hit. And I told them, nobody's going to spit on our police officers. Nobody's going to spit on our military, which they do as a common thing. They get up to them this far away, and then they start spitting in their face. That happens, they get hit very hard.
Here's an example of what President Trump is hinting. Ed Martin, this was back about a month ago, actually exactly a month ago, May 9th. Ed Martin, he was going out there, he's talking to reporters, and this is what this lunatic liberal did to him.
You are Martin.
How you doing?
Well, so that liberal idiot, Emily Summer is her name. She's been arrested on a federal assault charge for allegedly she did, spitting on the acting U.S. Attorney Ed Martin. She's claimed responsibility for the incident in several comments to Martin. She faces charges of assault and resisting or impeding a government official. And the media is absolutely silent about what's going on in Los Angeles as well as in New York. They are focused on Trump boarding Air Force One and how he had a moment where he trips. But check this out. Okay, watch this. Does the same thing on the same flight. Oh man, they are trolling big time. So when you put in 7, like space, on the keyboard, this is what, remember, think about the seven supercomputers by the CIA. All of them. Why? Because of the seven dwarfs. They named every one of those supercomputers after the seven dwarfs. Why am I saying that? Because Nicole Shanahan, who used to be Robert Kennedy's running mate, who used to work and also was married to a Google executive, has since been divorced from him. She posted this. I smell a CIA deep state all over the sanctuary cities like LA strategically encouraged erratic and violent migrants to seek refuge and now are using them to violently attack federal law enforcement officers. She goes on to say this. This is what she is saying. Is that what Trump is hinting, that it is the CIA? There was also last night, it's so weird, when I ran this last night, I came up with Q3728. And now today, for some reason, it's not popping up, but it says the enormity of what is coming will shock the world. Pray. And President Trump, through his Il Donato account, posted this. Might be time to drop this bad boy. My fellow Americans, that will be on my part 2 for today's podcast. Yes, I'll have the secret word on part 2 as well for the contest. But I have so much to cover. I can't do it all in one podcast. We have to kind of wrap our heads around everything that's going on right now. But I want to go ahead and share this kind of stuff in my second podcast. God bless you abundantly. Listen to my second podcast. It should be out within an hour of the post of this podcast. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. And I will have a show within an hour. Aloha.